Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always coming back today. We're going to dive right into it. Hope you're well. I need to ask that. Hope you're well in all that you do. And you're loving yourself and others like always. We're going to talk about the resistance movement during the slave trading. The war of the resistance, I call it that, if you permit me. During the time when our people were forced out of the continent, I do get some person feeling like, okay, there's some histories also that say that they were sold willingly out for slavery, like you, of course, before the time when the Europeans invaded. Within the tribes, within the communities, there were issues. Sometimes they have a tribal war, sometimes they have there are issues they always have, and most of the times they exchange people. They come pick up your people and then go make them slaves. Like, just that is always what happens when there is a war, there is a dispute, right? They come pick up those who could not move and then go keep them there. Sometimes these women become people that give birth to children for them. Some become those that work. Now, the way slave trading was prior to the Europeans invading was a total opposite of what slave trading is right now or during the time of the European invasion. Two separate things. But most of the times we don't see this way. Now, if there are some you believe, because there are some books written and they tell you that you sold yourself to us, we didn't come to pick you up, and then you believe in that and you did not want to do further research into knowing that there were people that resisted, there were people that struggled for you to remain on the continent. But it didn't happen that way, because those people were cut off. Those that resisted, those that tried to hold back their children, those that tried to hold back their loved ones were silenced. And these are the people they forged this group of resistance. They started this movement, and it went further for some time. To tell you that most of the heads we have in the European museums and the rest of them today, in France as well, you see heads of our people displayed in museums. They're making money out of it. Most of these heads are heads of people that resisted. Most of these heads are heads of people that say, no, why are you doing this to our people? Why are you hurting our people? Why are you tormenting our people? We deserve a better life as well. These people were cut off. These people were deprived life.
All we need to do is give the world an overdose of our truth and insist on it. As we speak today, I'm going to take you back centuries. Long before the children of Africa were taken out of Africa as slaves, there was some serious resistance when the occupiers from the West came to Africa, contrary to what some might think. They didn't just give up their children, but the fighting began long before slavery. And the resistance was those who led them, the majority of them, their heads, as we speak today, are sitting in jars in Europe. Are you aware of that? Our leaders, our ancestors who fought the wars of resistance, their heads, their remains are sitting in jars throughout Europe. And the same people have the audacity to come to Africa and talk to us about human rights. But what's even more disturbing is that we entertain them and we don't remind them of these skeletons in their closet. As we speak today, the priceless artifacts that they stole from all over Africa are sitting in their museums throughout Europe. And when you and I, when we visit Europe, we pay to see what belongs to us. Evidence of theft, Evidence of murder on display in plain sight.
That was so deep, people. That was so deep. And the painful thing is we forget so soon. And you think these very people that gave up their life so their people won't be taken, you think their spirits will be happy? When they know they fought for people to remain. They fought so that you wouldn't be taken away. And then the white man writes a book. Or, through the influence of a white man, a book is written. And then they tell you, your people willingly sold you off. Alkebulan's willingly sold their people because they were in awe of miracles and the rest of them. And here we are believing it so quickly, forgetting so soon what our ancestors did for our people to keep remaining in the continent. The lives that were lost, they fought bravely. They did not care about themselves. They gave up their lives and their heads are sitting in jars. But we forget so soon. We forget about these people. Tell me, and you think your ancestors will be happy with you? That you forget what they have done for you, and you keep sitting and positioning your mouth saying, they did not care about us. You all sold us to slavery. You didn't care about us. When there were people that really cared. There were people that really resisted. And there are no more. And you know why you wouldn't hear much about this? Because there are no more to talk about it. And the histories are wiped away. So you wouldn't know that these people fought for you. They want to make you comfortable where you are, telling you those people don't really need you. I get some of you saying, oh, do you think coming to Africa, all those in the diaspora coming to Africa is possible? Do you think it's possible? How do you think we'll come and say we are from Africa, and then you think the African governments, different countries in the African continents will accept us just like that, without doing this, without doing that? When your DNA proves that you are from a place in the continent, you have a right because it is your home. You have a right. Yours is to follow the due process. You know, living itself is not as expensive as what you live out there. And you are seated there believing that your ancestors deliberately sold you off. When there are people that resisted. Yeah, there might be one or two. I'm not saying no to it. I'm not saying no, because everything has an iota of truth in it. Whatever I said, there's iota of truth in it. Now, these people that sold people were manipulated. You know how these people manipulate people? They give you reason why to be like this. They go behind, and later when you do it, they come and rub it on your face. They come and conscientize you. So you have no option but to look, to get frustrated, to hate yourself that you did this to your fellow person. So what do you think about the resistance? Because the thing is, I don't know what else we have to say. We are hurting our ancestors with our beliefs, what we decide to believe in. And then we keep shouting, oh, ancestors, they could not come help us. Our ancestors are always with us, they are coming back. But tell me, someone who fought and gave up his or her life so that you could remain, and it wasn't possible because that person was taken away, and you think the spirit of that person will be at peace, listening to you saying that he or she sold you off. Come on. If you were the one, you feel bad. If you were the one, you feel, oh, okay, if that is the case, they can be on their own, since there is no appreciation. And they do all these things and bring up all these stories, and the Western media carries this story so far, and we believe in it, thereby forgetting our own people, our roots and our origin. They know what they are doing. They are not stupid. They know what they are doing, and in everything there is a plan behind it. There is a reason why they do it. If they want anything to circulate, there's a reason why they want that idea to circulate. But do you know what? We never learn. And do you know why? Because they make us forget the past. So we don't learn from our mistakes. And that is why things happen in the past and it keeps happening. And I just hope it won't continue happening to our children in the future. What do you think? Leave your comments and thoughts there at the section, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Remember, there are people that fought for you to survive. Do not just believe in that narrative that say Africans sold Africans to slavery because they were in awe of mirrors. Not all. There were some that gave up their lives, and their heads are sitting in jars somewhere. Bye for now.